She says it's the perfect time to do my very first video on YouTube. This is not how I typically look. Actually, it is.
Let's be honest here, Mom.
It is. This is how I usually look. No makeup, and my hair is looking fabulous.
Fabulous.
We're trying to go walking because I've gotten extremely fat.
Over the journey that we've all had together.
And unhealthy. Even though I don't think I eat that bad. But everything that I eat goes to my fat rolls.
Doesn't everything that we all eat go to our fat rolls?
No. So anyways, first video. My name is Brandie, known as BrandieKay. I have 3 children. CJ 3, Millie 8, and Jenna 11 as of right now, today, anyways. Things obviously change every year. In case you didn't know.
Mom, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That is the smartest thing, because if you didn't know that, there's some help you're gonna need. And I don't think I can give it to you. So, February 5th of 2016, I was diagnosed with cancer, stage 3C colorectal cancer. Apparently I had a lot of polyps in my bum tubing. And once they did testing, they found out that I actually have a condition called FAP that is a hereditary condition that causes precancerous polyps to grow in your... Oh, that was a mosquito. Did you see that? Almost had a polyp on my face.
Wow.
Ha 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 ha. Anyways.
And she can only make those jokes.
It's called familial-anderosis polyposis. That's what FAP stands for. Some people call it Gardner syndrome. Man, these mosquitoes, man. Must know we're in the south with the humidity and wildlife booming. Anyways, FAP, you know, I decided to do a YouTube channel on FAP because of the fact that you don't hear about it, you don't know about it, people don't talk about it, because it is a rare disease that not many people have. My biological father had it, has it. I don't know if he still has it. I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, he may have it still. You don't get rid of it. It's kind of one of those things you die with. I do know one other person who has it, and it is a friend of Jenna's. And they used to go to school together years and years ago, and he had it apparently so severe that he had to have a colon resection done at the age of 8. So with that being said, it is hereditary. So being that I have a 3, 8, and 11-year-old child, they all have to be tested. My 11-year-old was tested, her right there.
I don't think it was...
She was negative for it. And next month, my daughter and my son will be tested for it. There's like a mosquito looking at me.
There are mosquitoes.
So if they test positive, then they do preventative care. They watch them pretty closely. To be completely honest with you, as much as I know that a person can live, you know, completely healthy with FAP, especially if they know about it, most chances, if they know about it, you know, getting colon cancer or any type of cancer in that area due to FAP is less likely, because they do scans and such as that to make sure that you're okay. So despite that, obviously, I will still feel absolutely awful if one of my children have it. It's 50% likely that they do, so just kind of hoping that they don't, but we'll see. We'll see when the results come back. Probably around Thanksgiving of this year, which would be Thanksgiving 2017. So, anyways, diagnosed February 5th. Started full Fox March 8th, which is a typical chemotherapy they do for someone who has colon cancer. And like August 30th was the day that I graduated from my oncology department and chemotherapy, and was supposed to just get checkups from that point on. They did all the necessary tests that they thought, except they did not do a CT scan as a follow-up, which I feel that they should have, but I'm not a doctor. So in January, I had scopes done once again, and I had blood work done from oncology, and went on about my business. Started back working full-time again, and life was great. And the beginning of March, right around my son's birthday, his 3rd birthday, I realized there was something going on with my body. And when I laid down, you could see a huge lump coming out of my abdomen. And come to find out, after going to the hospital to see what was going on, it was actually another tumor. So March 24th of this year, I had surgery to remove what they thought could possibly just be a desmoid tumor, which is very common with people who have FAP. However, once it was sent off, actually as soon as they removed it, the doctors knew almost immediately that it was cancer. They sent it off to make sure that it wasn't ovarian cancer, because that's where it was. And it was actually colon cancer again. So it had come back in my ovary. So when it came back into my ovaries, it was they removed it. It was almost the size of a small basketball. And then I went to oncology about a week afterwards. It was when they told me I was stage 4 and I had 2.5 years to live. God, that was an awful day. I remember my mom walked out because she was crying so bad. My girls were in the waiting room, and I cried the whole way home. I didn't even have it to tell them. My oldest, who's walking with me today, she pretty much knew. She knew what was going on. Anyways, so packed up, decided to move back to Florida where my family was, because I was living in Wisconsin. Moved back to Florida where my family is, so finished out my 2.5 years here on Earth. Started going to Shands in Gainesville. Awesome place to go, might I say. And went in. Bam! It's like magic. I'm in the car. Actually, something happened. I don't know what happened, but I kept talking. The video was obviously not rolling, so obviously I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. But anyways, as I was saying, so I went to Shands, and they got my PET scan results from Wisconsin, and come to find out, I didn't have any more cancer in my body that they could see. Like, when they took the tumor out of my ovary, they told me I was going to die, that they were almost positive there was cancer all in my body. They staged me 4. They said that obviously it was stage 4 because it came back in my ovary and it had metastasized. It was stage 4, metastatic cancer. You know, like, when I was in Wisconsin, they pretty much told me, you know, that I was done for. Like, basically, go home and figure out the rest of your 2.5 years that you could possibly have. So it really sucked, because I have 3 children that I love dearly. I'll do anything in the world to fight for them. So it was a, what do you call that, like a burst of fresh air when we went to Shands and found out that there was no cancer in my body anymore. So I still obviously have FAP. Like I said, you don't get rid of that. I'm still stage 4 metastatic cancer. If you guys don't understand that, I'll talk about that more maybe in another video. But it was very confusing to me, because I couldn't understand how you could still be stage 4 but not have any cancer, which they call it no evidence of disease, NED. So I don't know if too many of you are, wouldn't say religious, but you believe in God. A lot of people, you know, when people start talking about that kind of stuff, they're like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. And that's cool. That's cool. I have faith in God. I honestly believe that there's no way to describe what happened to me than a miracle. I mean, for me to be told one day that I'm going to die, and, you know, I'm sleeping with my babies, holding them so tight, crying my eyes out, because, you know, my 3-year-old son, you know, he would need mama's kisses to make him better, and all I could think was, you know, he's not going to understand that, like, mama's kisses aren't going to make mama better anymore. And so super hard to take in. Just talking about it now just makes all those feelings come back, and it's just something that I don't think anyone should ever have to deal with, but people do every day. They have to deal with this, and not everyone has a miracle. You know, not everyone gets a second chance at life. And you know, I mean, who's to say that, you know, someone who's given 2.5 years, you know, lives longer than someone else? Because right now I was given 2.5 years and I've had 3 different people pass away around me that, you know, maybe they didn't give them that. You know, maybe they had no idea that their lives would be cut short that quickly. Who knows? I don't know. But, you know, life is a valuable thing to have here on earth. And, you know, whether you believe in Jesus Christ or not, you know, I'm not here to preach to you, and I'm not here to save you. That's not what my job is, I believe, here on earth. But my job is to tell you, in my opinion, what I believe is that my job is to tell you that miracles happen. And, you know, it's not a medical miracle. There's nothing medical that was done except for a surgical procedure. Like, every doctor that I've seen has been incredibly surprised that the cancer was just removed and it wasn't anywhere else in my body. And that right there is Jesus Christ right there. That is our Lord and Savior, and He saved me, you know. So, I mean, if you don't believe, that's cool. Like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, to change anyone. I'm just telling you what I believe, and I'm telling you what I know happened to me. So, it is what it is. I mean, I still have a lot of issues that I go through on a day-to-day basis. I have to have scans and follow-ups every 3 months. I have incredible side effects from the chemotherapy, which I will talk about in another video. And it's a struggle, you know. I mean, God gives you a second chance, and you don't want to sit here and complain all the time because you're alive. But there are a lot of things that, you know, make sometimes a day-to-day a little bit more difficult than how it was before the chemotherapy, before the cancer, before all the surgeries. So anyways, make sure you like and subscribe if you're interested in hearing more about my fabulous journey down the stage 4 metastatic chemo FAP mother of 3, is that it? Journey of life.
Survivor.
So if you're interested, make sure that you subscribe, like, ask me any question. If it might not be quite appropriate to ask publicly, then by all means, you can message me on Facebook under BrandieKay.
I'll put the link in the description.
She's going to put the link in the description because I'm not smart enough to do that kind of stuff. So anyways, yeah, so if you know anyone who has FAP, stage 4 colon cancer, metastatic cancer, any of that stuff, send them my way. Subscribe and comment and like and whatever else you do here on good old YouTube. Alright, thanks for watching.